Okay, I said no more 2017 movies unless I really liked them. And I really liked this, but it was also a Best Picture nominee, so that would automatically just kind of get a review. But yeah, so 8 out of 10. And as of right now, I don't like this quite as much as Get Out, but I do think that it's very good, and it's probably my second. I think it's probably the second best of the Best Picture nominees. I may not like it as much as some others, but I definitely think it's the second best. And as of right now, I still think that Get Out should win, and that I want it to win because I think it's the best out of all the options. Um, yeah. So this, I'm surprised I liked it as much because going in as much as I did because going in, I was only watching it because of good reviews, uh, cast that I liked, and nominated for Best Picture. The biggest was nominated for Best Picture because there's plenty of things that get good reviews, and honestly, I didn't even think we were going to get it because my town is very much like very conservative, I guess. I mean, they wouldn't. I mean, we didn't get Moonlight, Um, so I'm surprised that we got this, but luckily there was a thing with like the Best Picture movies, and so got this. But only a couple times because all the movies are coming back that were nominated for Best Picture are coming back, but are only for certain days at certain times, and so luckily I caught this though. And then that's it. I've seen all the Best Picture nominees. This one, I guess I could say that it's perfect aside from this one thing, just to make it simpler. But that's probably not the case. But that's just what I'll say for right now. It's perfect aside from I felt like after the relationship started to get a little more serious. Um, and I just realized that in my Stardust, it's like not very well. I mean, you get 30 seconds max, 3 seconds minimum, so it's not exactly like you can elaborate. But not when it got more serious, but like when it was because for a lot of the beginning, and this was one of my mom's problems. I went with her. She felt like it took too long, and I guess I agree. But it also I don't. But it also is that I don't agree because I also don't agree because I thought that was the best part. But it starts out and like they're kind of like they're hanging out, I guess, but like they aren't really a thing, and then they start to slowly become a thing, but that doesn't take very long, and then they kind of become a thing. I felt like once they became a thing, maybe a little bit of when they were becoming a thing, it changed tonally, and the movie became a different movie. Um, so I feel that it's uneven. I guess I could say that that was probably the second half. So I guess the first half I felt like was one movie that was very good, and if it had stayed that way all the way through, it would have probably been my favorite of the year. Well, best of the year, best of the favorite of the Best Picture nominees. But then I'm changing it to best of the Best Picture nominees because I wouldn't have liked it more than Get Out. But I would have thought it was better than Get Out. But yeah, so I think that's it. But yeah, first half I was, and again, I'm not sure if it was half, but first half I was so honestly, for a while I was thinking this is too good. Like I'm not even joking. I was saying in my head this is too good. Like it almost was bad because of how good it was. Because it was so well edited, so well shot, so well directed. I thought the performances were pretty good, but I don't know if it's that they were not as good as they not that good or not as good as I wanted them to be or if it was the writing. But the whole movie I felt like the writing was a little not less than to be desired for. I said that earlier today, I think. Um, maybe another day. I don't know, but yeah, but it was like I was shocked. It was efficiently getting through everything. The pacing, yeah, the pacing. The pacing changed in the second half as well. That's the other thing. And then there were a lot of scenes that went on for very long in like one like setting, which that felt a little, because like there really hadn't been any scenes that lasted too long in like one setting before that. Um, but even in the second half, most of that carried over. Um, but overall, I thought the performances were fine. Mostly the reason why I liked him was because I don't really know Timothy Chalamet that well yet, but I like him because I think he's going places. Or I'm sorry, I think he's going to be going places. But my biggest thing is I just love Armie Hammer, and he had one like there was one scene at the beginning where he was like kind of funny and like very like charismatic or whatever, and like that just instantly won me over just seeing him like that, because I already like him enough, and then he performs that well. It just that kind of already won me over, and so the whole movie I wasn't really caring if he was performing that well. I just thought that he was great, but I don't think they were nominated for their performances. I'm not surprised. I mean, they weren't bad, but I think there were a lot better choices, and especially would they have both been supporting or lead? I don't know, but if they were lead, I think Gary Oldman has that out of the nominees. But for supporting, I mean, there probably is even more. I mean, honestly, the 3 Billboards supportings were probably better. I don't know if I necessarily liked them more. Well, I didn't like the movie more, so that's probably all it is. But yeah, so I thought it was pretty well directed, except in the second half, and especially the end. It not to really spoil anything, but like you could kind of, I don't know, it's not that much of a spoiler, but it goes forward in time a little bit, and that felt very different, and the ending felt very different. I thought the ending was fine, by the way. Not like, I don't know, it's very complicated, and I won't get into this. But I didn't have really a problem with it, but I guess I could have. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to get into it, but pretty well directed, except for the second half, which got a little like it felt like one movie during the first half, and then the second half it felt like several different movies making one. Like I don't know, but like the first half was just, I thought it was perfect and flawless. Very well directed, very well shot, very well edited. Now a lot of this, like I'm saying, is in the first half. The performances were fine, but the writing, to be honest, as I think about it more, and that's really what's bringing it down, from like even a 9, I think I was thinking at one point. It just, I didn't think the writing was that good. I mean, there was little dialogue, but like I didn't feel like it. I don't know. It just, all of this stuff was going so well, and then there wasn't that dialogue that just really punched. I mean, it didn't have to punch. Like I'm not meaning, and I'm not even meaning that it should have done like the like punchy dialogue. I just mean that everything else punched, and then the dialogue was just kind of there. And then the story was kind of just, I don't know. It like everything writing wise was just a little weak, especially compared to the rest, which I thought was near perfect. I can't think of anything else. Oh, I loved the setting and the sets and the production value, and honestly, I really had no problems with this. And then into the second half, I guess the writing was what really screwed it. A little bit of the direction too, but I don't know, man. It's very hard to talk about in a short amount of time, and this isn't even a short amount of time. It's pretty long, but yeah. So overall, I liked the first half. I guess I didn't like the second half compared to the first, but aside from it being uneven, I thought basically everything else was fine except for the writing. And like I said at the beginning, 8 out of 10, because I'd want to see it again, and then if I still liked it, I might buy it just to like have it. But to be honest, I think it's either this or Get Out that's going to win Best Picture. I would prefer Get Out because I like it more, but I think it's going to be either of those two. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Press that like button if you liked the video. Press that like button if you liked the video. Press that subscribe button if you liked me. Comment below. Have you seen this? If you have, what you think about it? What's your favorite Best Picture nominee? I haven't seen anything else this director's done, but I think he only has one other movie. I definitely want to check it out now. So yeah, so once again, thanks for watching. I think that's all the onces, and I'll see you in my next video. All the onces that I needed. Bye.